Have you ever asked someone, "How are you?" and heard, "I'm fine," even though you could clearly see they weren't? Or maybe you're the one who says it, smiling on the outside while everything feels heavy on the inside. On the surface, it looks polite, but psychology says this habit runs much deeper. It's often a learned survival strategy that reveals a lot about how someone was raised and how they protect themselves. Let's explore the real psychological reasons why so many people automatically say, "I'm fine," even when they're struggling. This isn't just small talk, it's a deeply ingrained pattern. Many people who say, "I'm fine," learned early in life that expressing difficult emotions was unsafe or unwelcome. Psychology calls this emotional suppression. Instead of sharing how they really feel, they push emotions down to avoid conflict, rejection, or disappointing others. Over time, this becomes their default response. A very common reason is the deep fear of burdening others. These individuals often grew up feeling like their needs were too much. As adults, they believe that being honest about their struggles makes them a problem for other people. Saying "I'm fine" becomes a way to protect relationships, even at the cost of their own emotional needs. This habit is strongly linked to people-pleasing tendencies. By saying "I'm fine," they prevent others from worrying, asking questions, or getting emotionally involved. It's a subtle way to keep the peace and maintain control over the interaction, especially for those with anxious or avoidant attachment styles. Admitting "I'm not okay" requires vulnerability, something many people were never taught was safe. For them, vulnerability feels like weakness or danger. Saying "I'm fine" acts as an emotional shield that protects them from judgment, pity, or getting too close to others. In many families, expressing negative emotions was dismissed, punished, or ignored. Children quickly learn that "I'm fine" is the safest and most rewarded answer. This childhood adaptation becomes wired into adulthood, making it feel almost automatic. Sometimes saying "I'm fine" is actually a quiet test. Deep down, the person hopes someone will notice the mismatch between their words and their energy. It becomes a subtle way of reaching out without having to fully expose themselves. If you're someone who always says "I'm fine" when you're not, psychology says you're not cold, fake, or difficult. You're using a strategy that once helped you survive. But healing begins when you realize you no longer need to protect everyone else at the expense of yourself. True connection starts with the courage to say, "Actually, I'm not fine." It's okay to take up space. It's okay to need support. You deserve to be seen exactly as you are. If you want to keep decoding the hidden psychology behind everyday behaviors and the patterns that shape how we show up in the world, hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a comment. Do you say "I'm fine" when you're not? Or do you know someone who does? The next video might explain something about your mind you've never noticed before. See you in the next one on Mind Beyond.